All right, I got special spirit city streets tonight. Special spirit city streets. Reporting live from Atlanta tonight. By way of Wayne County. This is going to be for the Evolution pay-per-view, capping off Evolution weekend. And first off, let's see. First off, I'm going, and I already did Saturday last night. So the next Evolution. Well, I'm going first. Of course, I got to go in the crowd. Entering into the arena, my seat got upgraded, so that was dope. And it got upgraded because of the fact that those tickets weren't selling like they were supposed to. So I ended up getting incredible, like not as close to the ring as like Gold Circle, and I went to go see NXT live in St. Pete, Petersburg, Florida. But I had some good seats. So that's the beauty about pro wrestling. You're always going to get a good seat, no matter what. Wherever you're at, you're always going to get a good seat. And I do have to admit that after this situation at ATL getting a closer seat to the ring, I do prefer the balcony seats in comparison. I do prefer balcony seats because it's not always guaranteed somebody's sitting next to you. And also on top of that, I do like to look down at the action as opposed to having my view somewhat obstructed from the side. So like I see everything looking down at the action, and then on the Titantron, I want to get a closer look because it's right there. There's like 2 different Titantrons. But it's when you're up front like that, you can't even really see the athletes make their entrances. It takes a minute for them to start to come to your view, and then when they get closer, it's cool because they're in one part of the section since of course it's a square circle. So when they go and do their taunts or when they do their entrance, it's from one ring post to the next 4 ring posts. So in my opinion, the cheap seats are the better seats. The cheap seats are the better seats. The more expensive seats, they aren't up to snuff like people push them to be. You know what I mean? So in my seat, let's see, there was a group already in that seat. I didn't even speak with them at all. I'm in Atlanta. This is the snobby South, a very arrogant group of people since the big city. So I knew to just push past these people and not give a fuck about them. Even when they were getting irate, I knew to ignore them and just push past them. And then I got all the way to the end where there was a guy who was with his girlfriend or wife, and he had a bottle where he spits into in the seat that I was at, and he was behind me and grabbed the bottle, which was really weird. So I was like, I was real comfortable out here, huh? He reached around me like he was about to put his shoulder on me, put his arm around me or something. Like this was real just homosexual shit. Very comfortable cavalier people you find in Atlanta. So this was a Caucasian dude. And then 2 people in front of me, I guess it was a homosexual couple because I never thought that I'd see in my life 2 Afrocentric males kind of like twerking on each other, like when Stephanie Victor gets her on her match. But when the Devil's Kiss occurred, and of course the Devil's Kiss is nowhere as well as Queen Amada's chocolate kiss because Stephanie Victor doesn't have the body type for it. He's performed multiple reviews like that in a lock position. It's just a little practice. You don't get there's no parabola, if you will, when she bangs her ass against the face. Come on now. But these marks, you know what I'm saying? These marks, they don't know what they're going to look like. You know what I'm saying? And it's well, I'm pretty sure those 2 males that were right directly in front of me there about what the females actually look like because when Devil's Kiss started busy, smacking her ass on the other person's lap, it was really strange. You know what I mean? And all I do about that situation is shake my head and kind of like when I went to Lady Gaga, Art Rave, back in 2013. If I see some like homo erotic activity going on, I'm not going to get engaged in it. I just shake my head and discuss. and people on it's not going to get me to get out of the arena or anything like that. I'm not going to do this because homosexual couple is engaging in homo activity in front of me. You know what I mean? That's not paid for. I'm not there to see the crowd. I'm there to see the fucking show. So I got through that. And then when I think it was probably the 3rd match or so, the Trish Stratus match against Tiffany side, security came up to me and said that people in the back of me can't see and requested I sit down. I told him straight up, I was like, hey, those people in the back need to grow a couple inches or switch some seats. And he left me alone. After I told him that shit. And then it was probably like I can't remember. It was probably like that match or something. One of the girls finally came down and she's like, excuse me, sir, and tried to get me to sit down. I told her I was like, I just ignored her. And then I said, I don't know you. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like again, the nerve of the arrogancy of these people who think that they can do anything. It's very similar to when I was in Arizona at movie theaters and shit like that, and people would ask me to go for them. But you know what I mean? That type of shit, like a little the microaggression type bullshit. Whenever they see black male enjoying themselves, and they want that black male to do like in the Jim Crow era and put their head inside of a barrel whenever when they emit any mirth or enjoyment or laughter or anything like that, put your head inside of a barrel. It's barrel monkeys game that came out around that era. You know what I mean? So no, this isn't Jim Crow. No, this isn't the fucking the fucking like 40s or 30s or this isn't Jim Crow. This is 2025. I paid for my fucking seat and I would do what I want in my seat and I would stand up and if you have a problem with that, this is fucking the stupid ass fucking picture days that I had to endure growing up where I had to fucking be in the back of every goddamn fucking picture. I know this is that I'm a grown ass man, and you can't put some little Latina girl in front of my fucking face. If she wasn't a girl, she's like a young adult. We can't put some little Latina in front of my fucking face when I already know how their culture gets down from growing up around them and how fucking anti-black they are and how I was hard for us to ever get some fucking Latina pussy on my dick. And just when you in the Caribbean diaspora, how they still harbor, the mindset of the Spaniards, the European white supremacist mindset of the fucking Spaniards, and that's their culture. And sit down, nigga, is the type of fucking culture they got no matter how they word it. I'm saying it's time fucking excuse me, sir, sit down, nigga. And my response is fuck you. I'm not going to, depending on how I word it, I word it differently. I have to have this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want some seats? Oh, but I have 2 people. I'm just trying to fucking shoulders. I can't shit about that. I can't shit about you. I can't shit about that problem of yours. If I'm on fucking shoulders, your fucking boyfriend or whatever. I don't care. Go fuck yourself. That's my mindset. The one, you're part of that ethnic group that has always been really shitty for me throughout my life. And number 2, I'm the city that I fucking hate. And number 3, I'm doing something that gets me through my fucking days, which is winning for wrestling. So you're gonna be hard pressed to get me fucking move for anything when you're coming at me with those those catalysts right there. Those catalysts right there is definitely gonna have me ignoring any fucking level of human decency, societal decency that you're cheating with, or actually think you're entitled to. But you're not entitled to shit, little bitch. It's just like when I was watching Jurassic World film, and that little Latino chick got mad at that Latino guy just because he didn't fucking they're going to see a movie where he doesn't fucking say it, he doesn't stand out while she's around. And it's like, bitch, like you're not entitled for me to save you. You're not entitled for me to save you. What are you going to do for me? What have you ever done for me? Just because I got 2 balls between my legs. It's like I got 2 balls between my fucking legs doesn't mean I'm entitled to do shit for you, bitch. You have a man right next to you. Go bother the man that you fucking chose. Don't fucking bother me for shit. Go sit on his fucking shoulders like you're a fucking little kid. Don't fucking tap my shoulder like a brat because I don't give a fuck about brat. Who cares about that? I don't. She knew just security you, tap me on the shoulder once, and leave me the fuck alone because I'm not appeasing anybody's fucking wishes. No, go fuck yourself. So that, and also I think that's probably it, which is my calls with the fucking crowd for this night. Again, typical night crowd is always gonna be some bullshit. I've been to other places like that I don't necessarily like, but it's not bullshit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like here in Boston, we're probably the only places where somebody like kicked your a fucking cockroach, cold kick your foot to fucking tell you basically excuse me without verbalizing it. So Atlanta and Boston have that common. I've always said Atlanta and Boston have a lot of things in common, mostly just because of the fact that they're 2 arrogant big cities that will never be metropolises, and it's mostly derives from their college culture. They got Ivy Leagues and fucking Masons over in Boston, and over here got the HBCUs and Boulay. So Atlanta and Boston have that common. One's predominantly black, one's predominantly cockazoid. Atlanta and Boston, Atlanta and so that's really the crowd right there. Crowd and fucking the event. Now I didn't like the way that it was structured. Like, I thought the way that the event was structured, the card, it needed to be changed. The way that it was ordered. So basically, to start things off, the Battle Royale should start things off. I have no idea what Battle Royale was saying was second last match. That's stupid. The World Championship match should have been the second match instead of having Trish Stratus basically having that match against Tiffany Stratton. That should have been the final match, celebrating 25 years of Trish Stratus being coming out of retirement, Hall of Famer. They should finish the show with Trish Stratus instead of having her like come in way earlier in like against Tiffany Stratton, and that was a championship match as well too. So that made a lot more sense. The World Championship match was such a fucking slog, and it didn't really help that prior to that, Stephanie Victor won the Battle Royale. That was really stupid. That was really stupid. And the time match that opened up the show should have been in the middle. That was done to put it all the way at like fucking the top basically. Well, not tag, that was IC match, the Intercontinental Championship match. Basically, the Intercontinental Championship match and tag match both should have been in the middle. The IC match shouldn't have opened the show. That was really dumb. I get that you have like 2 of the 4 horsemen over there and pay the way for Revolution, so that's intelligent not. But yeah, card it just wasn't in the right order, and that really affected the way that the entire night went. Let me see if there's a dark match. I don't think it was a dark match. The way it opened up too, like I said, it was real goofy in comparison to last night. With Saturday night's main event. Let me see. So this is Evolution. Is there a dark match? Yeah, the card. I really didn't like Stephanie Victor winning that Battle Royale to the point that when she won, I was going her like throughout the entire thing, like her entire when they had no holds barred match. That was clinic. There's 2 clinics this weekend from what I saw from AEW and WWE. WWE and no holds barred match was the clinic, and then fucking AEW had a clinic with Storm and Monet in that World Championship match. So yeah, it was a great weekend for wrestling in general. But yeah, the Jade Cargill match, honestly, that one should have been moved before the Trish Stratus Tiffany Stratton match. So you could put the Battle Royale top. Oh shit, the JC match. So I was loving JC James win from that. That was perfect. I'm glad that Blake Monroe came through and did surprise heel turn against Jordan Grace. That was really good stuff. It's JC James is going to be a placeholder champion. That is actually planned for her. I love that. You know what I'm saying? So that's her placement in the card was good for the NXT Women's Championship. And again, I still also performed tonight, so there was really no point. I'm really glad that I've seen Great American Bash that I didn't purchase a ticket for it because yeah, I would just waste money. It was in a different arena. There was only 2 matches on the card, 2 women's matches on the card, which honestly were forgettable in comparison to what happened tonight with NXT Women on Evolution. That was more important. Like seeing what happened with Zarya and Solga, seeing Kalani Jordan really, do stand out in the Battle Royale, and seeing Jason Jane successfully defend the title just to show that, it wasn't a fluke. She's not a placeholder champion. That was the message that I got coming from Evolution with the NXT Women's Division. Now, yeah, the tag match again, Solga and of course, that was well placed for tag championships. There's only thing good about the first match as a Battle Royale. That would make sense. The Battle Royale and then the NXT Women's Championship. Nah, the Battle Royale and the tag championship, and then the NXT Women's Championship, and then the World Championship match, and then the no holds barred match, and then the Women's Championship match. It should have been ordered like that. That would make more sense. Yeah, there's no dark match currently, so I came at the right time. And the story, the WWE story over there was whatever. It was whatever. There wasn't anything I picked up. Wasn't interested in that, but yeah. And, other than the card being goofy and Stephanie Victor winning the Battle Royale, there's other women that really could win that Royale. If anything, for Clash of Paris, and that's the thing that really upset me about her winning that match was not only because the fact that she's getting like a super big push. It's just like, come on, she's not going to go to Paris, and it's like, I don't think she deserves it. You know what I mean? I think WWE's doing the best they can for having the best things are to get her from the indies to the mainstream, but I'm not feeling her. And that fatigue is the same fatigue that I felt during the World Championship match with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, which is why it was important for Naomi to cash in. Like that whole match, I was up throughout all matches until the Io Sky Rhea Ripley match I was seen in Boston 3 years ago during War Games, and they honestly performed better with other people around them. But when it was just those two, they couldn't carry the match by themselves. They couldn't do it. It was a slog of a World Championship match until they got into the crowd. When they got into the crowd and started, jumping off of like stairs and shit like that, that was when it became a good match. Then the ref got knocked out. Then Naomi came through and cashed in, and got the championship. And now it's something fresh. She hasn't had a title since I think since 2019. She hasn't had a title since 2019. I'm fucking like turning 30 in a couple weeks. So I'm glad to see her get her second run. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. So nothing wrong with that. It was really good to see herself and Jade and Bianca. They had a big night. Still the big 3. They're splintered. The big 3 possibly had the best night of Evolution. And then Mitch and Beef were also like workhorses during that Battle Royale. So it was really good to see, especially since the focus on Nubian women in pro wrestling. That the Nubian women on the WWE's roster really fucking shine. They really were standouts on this PLE. So I really enjoyed that. And again, this is why I just believe that this would have been better in a venue like FedEx Forum. Where they really can sell out those seats at the FedEx Forum since probably the same size as State Farm Arena. But it would have been a better environment. It's would have been better. But it didn't happen. And that's not a problem. So that's my thoughts on Evolution in general. I'm gonna have some articles, of course, coming up about Battle Royale and the Holds Bar match on Sports Home side, so that's gonna be coming soon enough. But yeah, that's my reaction. Just coming from PLE and my thoughts on it. Because still fresh. Still fresh. I was there, and that's my word.